All right, just about 9:05. 6th day of July. Welcome to Aired Out Live from Fly on the Wall Productions, Main Street Barrie on Facebook and YouTube, and streamed everywhere you get your podcasts and on the web at airedoutVT.com. Splendid morning today.
It is. Do you know what today is? It's not just Thursday.
You got the National Day?
Do you know what today is?
What is it?
It's Concert in the Park Day.
Oh my God. How did I forget that?
And look at the weather.
I know, it's perfect.
It's going to be hot as heck, but, bring an umbrella or something.
Yes.
Bring a blanket. Sit on the grass where it's nice and cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
And enjoy yourself.
I'm
super excited.
Yeah, I know you are. Who's it, the Rustics?
Yes.
Okay. Tonight. Is it really? Is it the...
It's already the 6th of July.
Oh, my God, Raylene.
So tonight's the night, and I'm super excited about it. I love that the partnership brings all of these great things to the community, and I cannot wait to go.
Should be a great show.
Yes.
It's also mid-season championship night tonight.
Yes, it is. At Thunder Road.
Yes.
Yes.
Tonight, being the 6th, and the weather's going to be perfect for that, too. We're at 73 right now and sunny. Also, National Fried Chicken Day today.
Oh, do you like fried chicken? That's a dumb question. Never mind. Do you
I
like
do.
anything
No,
food?
I do.
Yeah, of course you
I like
do.
it with
You love food.
Well, I like fried chicken with a little bit of heat on it and a pickle.
You do.
Yeah.
I'd rather my fried chicken be in the shape of a wing from Gusto's.
Yeah, well, that's true. That's true. Did you get to Wing Wednesday at Gusto's?
I did not get to go last night, but that doesn't matter because I can get them any night, and so
Okay.
yeah, one night this week I will because I go once a week,
All right.
faithfully once a week, and get wings.
Today's Thursday, so it's Thirsty Thursday over there, right?
Right, and so sometimes I go over there and just get beer and bruschetta.
And that's it?
Well, for lunch, when I meet the girls for lunch, that's what I get usually.
See, if I were to have bruschetta, which I love it, but it's just not it's not going to fill me up.
Oh, it fills me up. There's 6 big pieces.
If I were to have bruschetta and one beer, I would be hammered.
Usually it's bruschetta and 2 beers.
For you? Oh,
Yeah.
God. We have areas,
But I'm not hammered. That's just what I usually
Well, I
get.
would be.
Yeah.
We have a little bit of fog in spots this morning, some mixed clouds and sun, scattered thunderstorms developing this afternoon. Roger Hill's saying red around 1 o'clock, highs around 90, and there's heat advisories for, the Champlain Valley and many other spots.
There are index warnings to, check on your neighbor, make sure they're okay, make sure they're cool, make sure that everybody has what they need, because it does impact older people, disabled people a lot differently, and so check on them.
We had a listener that made a comment this morning about that, and it is such a great reminder and something that we've knocked on this in the past, and we should do it again. We should keep hammering away at this all summer, that not everyone has the luxury of shade and air conditioning and
or even a well-insulated house, so it gets super hot.
Right. Not just
just because you're inside doesn't mean you don't get overheated.
Right. Not just the elderly, but also folks that are disabled or have any kind of mobility issues.
Right.
Just pick up the phone. Just double check on them.
Even for asshats like me who are not good about drinking anything other than coffee.
Did you just call yourself an asshat?
I did.
Was that disrespectful to yourself?
It was.
All right.
But that's okay, because that's what I am, as an asshat.
Yeah.
I am horrible. I drink, and most people know, between 10 and 15 of these a day. And
wow.
And I forget that I really should hydrate with something other than coffee.
Yeah. I do the same thing.
I mean, it's bad.
I'm a one and done, 1 cup and that's good. I'm good. But then I do drink a lot of water, and I'll tell you, I was pounding it out on the sidewalk last night with Tracy Haynes and Bill Haynes.
Oh, I'm sure it had to be hot out there.
It was a scorcher. We were out live on the sidewalk with Giroux General Transport last night. I think it was right around 5:30 or so. It was a beautiful night. We went out there. We talked about the truck driving industry and how easy it is to get your CDL and how you really should.
Maybe I should get my CDL.
Oh, my God. Please don't say that. Just don't.
Come on.
Don't say it. They have I think they've got like 2 spots left for the July 31st.
You don't think I'd be like one hot mama behind the wheel of a truck?
Not at all.
Come on.
No, I'd see you on the horn, pulling the chain, flipping people off. That's what I see.
And foot on the pedal all the way?
Yeah.
I may only have a little foot, but I always tell people now it's truly a lead foot.
Oh, my God. But seriously, though, I always learn so much from Tracy and Bill about the truck driving industry. I just do. And we had Cliff Fleury.
I saw. And Brandon?
We had
Was it
Brody Frazier.
Brody?
Brody Frazier was out there.
He's a driver, too, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a Thunder Road driver.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yep.
And also a student of Giroux. He's taking classes
awesome.
right now. I think he's going for his Class A. Cliffy's got his Class B.
Yeah, with an endorsement, a tanker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Working for the city of Montpelier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's doing fantastic over there.
We're going to, and God, we have so much going on. I'm so overwhelmed. Specs this morning by Optical Expressions. I love these glasses.
And you're wearing them today.
I'm wearing
You
them.
got your North Star hat on. You got your glasses on. You're all duded out.
Yeah, I love it. What people don't see when the camera's on you, when I don't have my Optical Expressions glasses on and I need to see something on my screen, this is what's happening off camera.
I know.
What is that?
Yeah.
Now I don't have to do that. And sometimes I forget them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what's happening. We're going to...
you need to get one of those elastic things that goes around your head.
No.
And then you can just
I
put them down right here.
No, I won't do that.
Why?
Can't do that.
Because are you worried that makes you look older?
Did you just say it?
If you have one of those?
Older than I already am? Listen, the one thing I told Optical Expressions this. We'll not have the glasses that have the magnet in between the break here with the little lanyards on either side. That's getting a little old for me. I can't do it.
Old, or is that a little
Older.
bit too, you would look a little too educated and
Oh, yeah.
Professor.
Edumacated.
Professor, like.
90 degrees later on today, by the way. 90 degrees.
My gosh.
Yeah. So.
Oh, it's autograph night at the track.
Yes, it is. All the drivers, I think.
Nice.
If you're bringing kids and you're going for autographs, bring a notebook and even better, bring your own Sharpie. I mean, they'll probably have them, but still, they'll autograph your hat.
And keep your clothes on, JD.
What are you talking about?
I know that last year you were running around getting people to sign your belly. They don't like that stuff.
You remember that, huh?
I remember everything. Steel box right here.
I can't believe you remember that. I had fun, though. I mean, I had...
no one else did.
The hair around my gut kind of got in the way of the Sharpie a little bit, got smudged. But still, it was nice to get those autographs all over my belly. Had so many of them. Backside, too. We're going to check in with Matthew Brothers here in just a second. I haven't even had a chance to tell you this from cvfund.org. Because he's just... This guy, I don't know why I haven't had him on the air, but I need to get him in here.
Oh, gosh.
Matthew Brothers. Met him one time.
Yes, I know.
And he was such a great
guy. And they have a lot going on this summer, just not as much as they do in the winter.
Right.
Because, we don't need as many things going on in the summer.
They're just slammed right now. They're so busy. Mm-hmm. See if we can reach him this morning. Should we just call him? Let's just call him.
Why not? Why not?
Why not?
Give it a whirl.
Let's just call him. See if he answers. Yeah. Perfect timing to sip your coffee.
I thought so. It's always perfect time to sip my coffee.
I don't know if he's going to answer or not, but we're going to...
Good morning.
Hey, is this Matthew Brothers?
It is. JD, how y'all doing?
See? That's what we like. cvfun.org? Oh, my God, buddy. Hey, let me preface by saying you're live on the air.
All right. Good morning, Vermont.
Hey,
Welcome.
we're happy to have you here, buddy. I was glancing through your page and stuff that you have going on, and it's overwhelming. Where I get overwhelmed is I need to have my calendar and my pen all the time, and if I don't, I freak out. Isn't that right, Raylene?
Yes.
I freak out.
He writes stuff on his hand.
I do. I will write something anywhere to remember. You guys have so much going on. I see. Give us a snapshot. What's going on over at the North Branch Nature Center?
Okay, yeah. The folks over at North Branch have been so wonderful to us. They have a beautiful, beautiful. If anyone's not been, the grounds there are beautiful. They're vast. And so the program that we're doing over there is, we call it nature exploration. And that's not limited to the outdoors. Of course, if we show up and, it's a blizzard or a rainstorm, we hang out inside. They have a bunch of awesome resources there. So they've just been a wonderful partner to us. I reached out to them kind of early on in the process, and they jumped right at it. So they're aces in my book, and we do something with them at least once a month.
Wow. Good for you. I mean, and I've been over there a couple of times. So the last time I was snowshoeing in the spring, and it was like, I don't know, 60-something degrees and beautiful snowfall. It was amazing. It was amazing. I love it over there.
Yeah, lots of fun wildlife to see. We were just there a few weeks ago, walking around, having a little exploration, and we saw beaver, we saw snake, we saw, oh goodness, what else did we see? Some bunnies. So there's lots of cool stuff to see over there. And the staff there, the naturalists, are so wonderful to our community, not just the developmental disabilities community, but the entire community. And they're so smart about stuff, and they make everything very accessible and available in terms of all the diverse stuff they have going on over there.
Yeah. Let's shift gears, and I know that you've been doing some stuff over at Delicate Decadence over there through the winter and spring months. Kudos to Tim Bolton and all of you for partnering up and doing that and getting people indoors to be together.
Yeah, Tim has been a champion for us. He's another one right away. I mean, we're so lucky in Central Vermont. There's just so much support for us in terms of, helping us to have the events and host the events. Tim's been great. The next piece that we're trying to navigate is getting some, the ever-present need for financial support. But in terms of Delicate Decadence, yeah, we've been doing game nights over there, craft nights. We've done karaoke night. We've held a couple of our board meetings over there, and I can't say enough great things about Tim, and he's just been so generous.
Yep, super guy. I know that you've got something going on July 12th with the Mountaineers. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so another generous local organization, the Mountaineers. I reached out to them and said, hey, I think it would be great, support our mission, which is to create social and recreational opportunities. And so we thought, let's go out to the ball game. So I reached out to them and asked if they'd be able and willing to give us some tickets, and they immediately said yes. So we're just looking to get folks together and enjoy a ball game.
Where did this CV Fun come out of? What's the inception of this? Is it you? And if so, tell us the story of where it just kind of seemed like it came out of nowhere.
Yeah, so we're actually a long-standing organization in Central Vermont. We were formerly known as the ARC of Central Vermont, and ARC, ARC, is an acronym, and that R word there in ARC is the R word that we don't use anymore. And so we changed our name officially right after I came on board about a year ago. But even before that, they were calling themselves, we were calling ourselves, me and the mouse in my pocket, Central Vermont Fun before I came along, and I made it official. However, or we made it official rather. But we've been serving this community since 1952. So longer than you or I have been around, this organization has been around, and I think the to speak to the feeling of like, hey, all of a sudden CV Fun, we're everywhere. A lot of that had to do with COVID. So before COVID, things were going well. Actually, wasn't that familiar with the operations prior to COVID. And then our previous director, who had been doing this job for I think 30 plus years, beloved of the community, very missed. I can tell you, is Jim Lund is his name, and he used to have this position for quite a while. And so I've extremely large shoes and reputation to fill. But so I came on around a year ago, and to me, I'm the luckiest room that I go into because my history is with direct support work, direct care. I am, cards on the table. I'm not college educated. I have no background with being an executive director. So I don't know if you're allowed to self apply this title, but I kind of like to think of myself as the little director that could.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Um, because I have I'm learning so much about fundraising and organizing events. I've done none of this before. This is all brand new to me. And so couldn't be a better community to serve and couldn't be a better community to be a part of. And just to touch back on the North Branch again, real quick, their executive director, Naomi, dropping names here. I reached out to her early on, and I was calling it micro mentoring. I reached out and I said, hey, I'm kind of the new guy here. I really am in, I don't want to say I'm in over my head because I've got all the passion and all the energy and the determination, but I also know what I don't know. And so I reached out to her and I was like, hey, would you mind just maybe having a Zoom? And this was random. She doesn't know me. I didn't know her. And hey, would you mind having a quick Zoom with me? And I don't know, just tell me about this whole running a small nonprofit thing. Of course, we're much smaller than they are, but so that's just another example of the generosity of the community. And so I'm trying to take all of that generosity from the community, kind of put it through the hopper, and then turn it into social and recreational opportunities for the developmental disabilities community.
Wow. Wow.
It's awesome. It's incredible. And I love to see all that you're doing. And I think it's great that you're willing to point out that, you don't know all there is to know and you're still learning. And sometimes I think that that's really an amazing thing because you can learn from the community in which you're serving and the community in which you want to bring things to because you get to take a little piece of everyone. And it's great to have passion. Sometimes we have passion and we need direction also.
Yeah.
And that's great that you say, I need a little direction.
Yeah. Boy, when it comes to passion, we all need like a little direction, like you just said, Raylene. It's just to echo that. That's amazing. What's up with this beach party that you're going to throw at Wrightsville Beach?
Yeah, so here's the big
Awesome.
July offering here. So every summer, and again, this is I'm just at the end of my first year. So everything up until pretty much this point has been a first. And then come September, we'll be doing some repeats, or I'll be doing some repeats. But so they've always done a big summer get together. Prior to last year and prior to COVID, I should say. I think so I'll get back to the beach party, but let me ramble for just a second. So, if you don't mind, the dances, we have these themed monthly dances that run starting in the fall and they go through until the summer. So we take the summer off from the dances, but that is the staple event of CV Fun are these monthly themed dances. it's a dinner, it's a dance. We've got a big, PA system. We jam lots of fun music. We have, we do it all. The dances are an absolute blast. And so there was some other offshoot things that CB Fun was doing. I guess there was like a sewing group at one point, and there was a bowling group. And so I'm just trying to, I just want to be everywhere. I want us to have, the same way that, folks that might not identify as being in the developmental disabilities community, if they want to go out and do something, outside of outside of a pandemic, the options are really open. And I'm hoping that we can create a little space, on a consistent basis where there's things going on where, it's a safe space for the developmental disabilities community. It's geared towards serving that specific community. So, sorry, I told you I was rambling. But anyway, so the beach party next Friday, July 14th, from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. We have the entire large shelter at the Wrightsville Beach recreation area.
Yeah.
We're going to be grilling all day. We're going to have music going. We're going to have every outdoor game imaginable: bocce, cornhole, ladder golf, disc golf.
Awesome.
Wow.
And we'll be there, just having fun. We want to be all over that place. And so so all of our events are free. That was one of the things that I, when I came on, I was really passionate about, hey, like, let's lean on this wonderful community. Let's, the board has put a tremendous amount of faith and trust in me, which I appreciate and am grateful for. But let's keep these events free. Let's just keep them open and free. And let's, if you build it, they will come. So like Field of Dreams, if we just say, yep, it's free, we're going to put our faith in the community. And so far, so good.
Yeah. And thanks to Vermont State Parks for throwing in some passes for everyone to get in. I mean, that's just, wow.
Yeah,
we, of course, want to help you with this passion and anything that you have going on. When you ever want to spread the word, just let us know. And we try to keep really good track, but sometimes, boy, you throw us a curveball and throw something new in there that we didn't know about.
I have said, Matthew, do you prefer Matt or Matthew, by the way?
Oh, Matt's fine.
I said to Raylene a couple of times within the last, 6 months, that seeing your Facebook page for me is like, it can almost be overwhelming. I'm like, oh my God, look at this guy is an animal. I mean, look at what he's doing for our community. I mean, we both are so impressed with what you're doing. And I've only had a chance to meet you once, but frankly, shame on me for not having you in here yet. We need to get you a microphone. You need to sit with us, bro. It's got to happen.
I would love to. Actually, I spent some time this morning on your YouTube page watching some old clips, and you got a great spot there.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Love it here.
We just have to get you in here. What's your schedule like? Mornings between 9 and 10 or evenings after 5?
Yeah, I'm flexible. I'm open. I'd love to get in. My schedule's all over the place with events and stuff, and I still do direct support work. And I'm still out there doing the main thing, direct support, but this has been everything else. Thank you for your kind words. I'm flattered. And, but there's so much more. There's so much more we can do. And this is just the start. Jim had this job for 30 plus years. And I told the board almost right away, I was like, listen, I want to be the next Jim. I want to be here for 30 years. This is what I want to do. This is like winning the Powerball for me, just being in this position, period. And so I don't want to drop the ball.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, there's so much more we can do, but we're rolling heavy right now. We're trying, and I do want to, if I can, another big thing that we're doing, and it was probably going to be hopefully the next thing you were going to bring up, is our icebreakers events.
Yep, I see it right here.
So this is a brand new thing for us. So icebreakers, mocktails, and mingling. We're calling it icebreakers, and it is going to be. It's not a dance. It's not a game night. There's no ulterior or alternative, activity. It is all about being social and meeting people.
Yeah.
That could be meeting a friend. That could be hanging out with friends you've already, made that you've brought, or it could be, maybe more. I mean, that's a really underserved part. In my limited scope, I have not seen a huge groundswell of support for the developmental disabilities community in terms of supporting romantic endeavors. I mean, that is a basic human part of the human experience. And
thank you for saying that.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not. So here's the thing: it's kind of subtle because we are not calling it. We are not calling it a singles night or a
speed dating.
It's none of that. There's no pressure. And even though we're going to have mocktails, there's no pressure to even drink the mocktail. Just come and hang out and meet some people.
Just mingle.
Just mingle and meet people, because it's hard for anybody. It's hard for anybody to meet somebody, and then if you factor in somebody might be living with a developmental disability, and they may have lack of resources in some areas, whether it be transportation or whatever it might be. So one of the things that I'm trying to work out, and I actually haven't even, it's really just in my head at this point, but are y'all familiar with the Voices and Choices conference that happens up in South Burlington every year?
Negative.
Okay, so that's a big self-advocacy conference that is put on by Green Mountain Self-Advocates. And so that's a really big deal. I mean, that's kind of like our yearly Woodstock for Vermont developmental disabilities community. And it's an absolute blast. And I would recommend anybody, if there's any little part of you in your head that you want to support this community or learn more about this community, maybe you're thinking, hey, I could become a designated home provider. I could become a direct care person. You're interested. Come to an event like that, and you will see the love and the support that exists within this community. And anyhow, so up there, sorry, I totally lost my train of thought.
Yeah.
Where were we going with it?
No, it sounds amazing. Now that you mention it, I think I have heard of this before. Speaking of love, the One Love Club. Tell me about that. You got a little collaboration going on there as well.
Yeah, we're working on that right now. There's a gentleman named Ben Bosley that started this One Love Club, One Love Collective up in Burlington, and one of his main goals is to have this mega calendar of all the events that would serve the developmental disabilities community in Chittenden County, Washington County, pretty much statewide. He wants to have a resource, and he's holding events too. We're working on having holding one together sometime in the fall. But he's a wonderful dude. It's a great organization, and what a great resource. I mean, I kind of have tunnel vision with CV Fund, where I'm so focused on our schedule. But it was nice to see that there's a lot of other things going on. Like most of the stuff he's listed is in Burlington area, but yeah, we want to have something going. We want to get something going with them, like a co-promoted event.
Well, listen, we got to get more going with you, frankly, and get you in here on the air with us real soon, man. I will be in touch with you. Raylene will be in touch with you, and we'll get something going real fast.
Awesome. Well, thank you for having me on this morning. Thank you, Raylene. Thank you, JD. And I look forward to what's next.
Thank you, and enjoy these
brother.
Days with no rain while you can.
Yeah.
Quick.
Absolutely.
Oh, my God. Absolutely, yeah. Thanks, Matt.
All right, y'all. Have a good day.
Wow. What a good dude. What a great dude. Love people like that. It's
awesome what they do. And I've actually watched, because a lot of times Tim will go live when they're over there.
Yeah.
And so far, my favorite when they were live over there was Tim singing to his daughter on karaoke night.
Yes,
I thought that was the cutest thing.
That was.
Yeah,
that was.
I don't remember what he was singing now, but yeah, it was pretty cute.
I'm just scrolling through here, and I see that we were just talking about the Mountaineers. They got back into the win column last night.
Yes.
Defeating the Danbury Westerners 7-3 at Montpelier Rec Field. The weather could not possibly have been any better. So they're 16-7-1 in the North Division. Looks like the next game going to be on the road for a doubleheader Thursday today. Holyoke, Massachusetts. Great team down there too. Mackenzie Stadium. Going to take on the Valley Blue Sox. Game 1 set for 5 p.m. And, yeah, I need to get to the ballpark. I just have to. I just have to do that. Mm-hmm. And Lake Monsters, let's see. They were blanked 3-0 by Worcester last night. So
yes.
Never been to a Lake Monsters game. I like my Mountaineers right here in the backyard. But anyway.
But that doesn't mean that you never will. Maybe someday.
Yes. Now, when is the drawing for the Powerball jackpot? Is that
I think it was last night, wasn't it?
Last night?
Yeah, it was Wednesday, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right. Wednesday. Yeah, $546 million.
And I don't know if it went. And if it didn't, of course, now we'll draw again on Saturday, right?
$546 million.
I know.
My God. Gauthiers.
I always think about, oh my gosh, I would do that. You know what I would do.
Well, I do know.
Rehab center.
Yeah, I know that.
Immediate.
Jason Gauthier and Ryan just had some new shirts made by Yipes. There's two of our sponsors right there, Yipes and Gauthier's. The shirts look cool.
Good looking shirts, too.
Good looking guys wearing the shirts, too.
Yeah,
I mean, Gauthier's Quality Crowns and Maintenance, they're working hard. They're mowing in this heat, Raylene.
I know.
Can you imagine?
Oh, yeah. Flinging the weed whacker.
Do you know what I would say to you if you said to me, JD, come on, let's pick up the pace, get that weed whacker, get that trimmed up. Come on. It's 95 degrees out. I'd probably throw the weed whacker at you. It's still running.
I'd spray you with a hose, make you feel better.
Bulldog. Metal recycling and storage containers. I was just chatting with Kim this morning. She and Cam are going to be coming in here.
Awesome.
You talk about, can you imagine how hot it is up there?
No.
Up at the scrap metal yard?
Yeah, can't even imagine.
Oh, my God.
Can't even imagine.
They need to get some big equipment in there, dig a huge pond, have a rope swing so that they can take a break and cool off.
They probably just have air conditioning, love. That probably does it.
In the office.
It's probably okay. I
Maybe.
bet you in some of their equipment as well.
I'll tell you who doesn't.
Not all of it, but some of it.
You know who doesn't have air conditioning is Barstow Construction, also one of our sponsors, and they're out working their tails off all summer. If it's hot, they're doing roofing work. Can you imagine?
No.
I'd rather run.
I cannot imagine being on a roof. I told you, a roof, standing on the hot tar, those sorts of things. No, I just can't imagine.
I would rather.
I don't
run
like
the weed whacker.
Intense heat. I'd rather have it cold than deal with the intense
Agree.
heat.
Nelson Ace Hardware, right behind you. That's where the air conditioning is on in there.
Oh, absolutely. And they have all kinds of things to keep you cool.
Including air conditioners themselves.
And fans and pools and all kinds of different things.
I forgot about the pools. Yeah, they've got everything in there. Yeah.
You name it, they have it. So, in sun, shade, you can, the patio sets.
Patio sets.
With the umbrellas and different shade options. Yeah, they have, come on. They have everything over there.
Salvador and Babic also blasting the AC today.
Maybe not. I thought that time. Well, yeah, he said they have it in the office, but he does not have it at home.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
He said he's fine without it.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe he can't afford the AC at home.
It could be. Know. You never know.
You don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway, Salvador and Babic, we love them over there. They're going to treat you like family. You walk in, and they're going to take good care of you. No question is a dumb question for Salvador and Babic.
No.
Financial help, it's so far beyond taxes. It's not just, they're They're not just CPAs. They do everything over there. If you're starting a business or you need some advice or whatever,
Yeah.
that's the place to go.
Accounts payable, receivable, they'll do all of that stuff for you. Glenn says he has a pool full of pollywogs. He had his pool cover on. I saw him post this the other day, and he went out to get the water off of the pool cover, and and it was full of pollywogs. And like, what do you do with those? You don't want to dump them into the pool and kill them all because of the chlorine and whatever, and so now he's got this pool full of pollywogs.
Glenn,
They're peepers.
You need to get over to Nelson Ace Hardware and get yourself a new pool.
Or a net and save all those suckers. A net and a big-ass fish tank. And then you need to drive to the river and dump them all in. Or...
The other place that has, and I say this, dead serious. I'm not even like half joking. If you want air conditioning, shade, and a cool drink, whether it's a fountain drink or alcohol, FGB Theaters, which is the Capitol Showplace Theater in Montpelier and the Paramount Twin right here in Barre. I'm serious, Raylene. Sunshine and 90, 95 degrees, go to a movie.
Yeah.
Get inside.
Kick back and relax in the
Recline
new
back.
style chairs.
Raylene, there's no extra charge for the air conditioning at FGB Theaters. That comes with your ticket price. If you're an adult, grab yourself some wine or some beer and just recline back, watch a movie, go see any movie.
Right.
Any movie. And just relax. Get out of the heat.
I saw that there was another Tom Cruise movie coming out on the 12th, I think it is.
Okay.
I forgot. Alan sent it to me. I'll be posting it anyways, but tickets are on sale now. I forget all the ones he does. What is he? He does all these, movies, whatever.
And Indiana Jones, too.
Mm-hmm. Some great stuff coming out over there.
And shout out to North Star Fireworks. Of course, I'm wearing their hat right now. Somebody said to me yesterday, "You launch on fireworks?" And anyway, we had a good chat. But yes, North Star Fireworks.
Yes.
Here's the question: do they still have fireworks, even though the 4th of July is open?
Yes.
Yes.
They have them year-round.
Are they still 50% off? Yes, they are. Go.
Absolutely.
You have two locations. Bradford, right across from the Hungry Bear, right there at the intersection of 25 and 5. Can't miss it. Signs everywhere. Banners blowing in the wind. And Route 14, East Montpelier.
And the celebrating isn't over. We'll soon have them do a display here in the city for Heritage Festival.
That's right.
And they still have the makeup night at Thunder Road.
Yep.
And a few others, because some of them did need to reschedule. So,
sure.
Keep your eyes open, and we'll let you know when they're coming up next.
And finally, this morning, a shout out to Vermont Concrete Cutting and Concrete Solutions. I didn't know, being the dumbass that I am, that if you have a basement that's finished, a livable basement, that you have to have
an egress.
Which is
a way out.
A way out, like a safety thing. This is like code. So out of curiosity, I started clicking. Got on their Facebook page. That's beautiful stuff. What an egress window is. It's basically, JD's terms, excavate a big ass hole on the outside of the foundation. You can have a window there and some flowers and make it look beautiful. And it brings in
light.
All of and air.
And they dome them so they don't fill up with water. They don't, but you can escape easily from them.
Yeah, of course. And that's the key thing there. I mean, if they're going to do something like this, Might as well make it.
I told
look
you, I've
beautiful.
hired them before to do some work for me, and
Wow.
they did an incredible job.
Wow.
They cut a huge hole into my basement for a door.
Right. Mm-hmm. Oh, I love it. I love it.
And they did a great job. Super professional.
Yeah, I'm just looking for birthdays here, but is there anything in the news that's worth sharing?
Not really. I mean, we know that the officer involved shooting in Rutland.
Yeah.
They've released the names of the officers and the victims. They're staying pretty tight-lipped about that. Still not really sure of everything that happened. I've read through the police reports, whatever, and they're really not saying a ton more. A lot of people are inquiring about the accident on Route 302 yesterday. As of 7 o'clock this morning, the state police still hadn't finished up writing about it, other than the 302 closed and then 302 opened.
Yeah.
And that it was a wreck involving a telephone pole. I mean, there's plenty of things that we have. The guy in Northfield who was arrested for lewd lascivious. That is quite a big story, but really not one I want to give a lot of time to, because I feel like it gives more time to him, because we don't know a lot about the situation. And
Right.
thoughts and prayers to the victims involved in that, and I won't say anything else about that situation.
I see that police are investigating, and there's a lot more on this story, but a lot of drug activity in Rutland. So that's a big story that's trending right now.
It's
the Highlander Motel in Rutland. Speaking of drugs and all of that, your podcast that you did yesterday with Benjamin Lerner was nothing short of absolutely incredible.
He's incredible. He really is. He's super intense, and he just went with it. He just does. That's how he does it, and it was a true honor to sit and listen and understand, and I was so grateful to have him. And towards the end, we were able to have a little bit of back and forth discussion. I asked him a few things, he asked me a few things,
right? But
to be able to sit and allow him to freely tell his story, with. I mean,
holding nothing back.
Right, and with a comfort level to know. I'm very humbled by the fact that people are willing to be comfortable enough to sit with me on air, knowing that they're looking into these cameras, which he directly did the entire time, and speaking into these mics and talking to many. They're not just talking to me, but the fact that they feel comfortable enough to do that is very humbling.
Sure.
And I do have more on the schedule, and I hope to have many more on the schedule. I can tell you that coming up Saturday, I have a show at 3:30 with Barry Wagle. He's going to tell his story as well. He's recently in recovery and wants to talk about that. And the 11th, I will do the noontime show with Rick Barnett.
Oh.
On the 18th at noon, I will have somebody that's in recovery, been in recovery for several years, Amy Sherman. On the 25th at noon, I will have Hillary Denton from the Turning Point Center. And then on August 1st, Eva and Javed, Dr. Javed from the Vermont Prevention
Central Vermont Coalition
will be coming in.
Wow.
And so
Prevention Coalition, yes.
Yes.
And they've been Haven't they been on the air with us before? Yes,
they were on the air with us one time. That was back when Dr. Detman
That's right.
and Eva were here, and that's when the inception of the program, and the program has gone in much better direction, or I shouldn't say better because it's always a great direction, but their ability to continue the program and what they are offering is has changed, and it's huge. And so looking forward to that.
You got a lot of stuff that you're going to be unpacking. A lot of stuff.
Yes. And I want people to reach out if you want to tell your story, if you know a resource, I don't care if you don't want to do anything that has to do with the podcast, but you just need to talk. Mm-hmm. My phone number's on the It's No Secret page. Mm-hmm. My email's there. And you're never alone. That's what I want people to know, is you're not alone. Mm-hmm. And there's no judgment here. Yeah. There's absolutely no judgment. There's just not.
You're hitting a wicked hot button. Mm-hmm. This is something that needs to be discussed more in our state: addiction and recovery and mental health, and the relationship between all three. Mm-hmm. To have a guest on like Benjamin Lerner yesterday, it was a following that is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's through massive.
The roof. Mm-hmm. I don't even know, what does he have, like
10,000 I think
followers, something
10,000
like that.
followers,
unbelievable,
through his music and everything that he does.
His story is amazing. To have someone like that, so transparent on the air, totally live.
Yeah, he owns it all,
not edited.
And he was very raw. He was very real. He was his emotions, and I love that he was willing to say how much his mental health state affected, him being an addict. And because they go hand in hand. In mental health, people, I think that the definition of mental health has changed.
Yeah.
In that people understand it as a whole now. It's mental health is not somebody with a physical limitation.
Sure.
That people can suffer from all kinds of mental health troubles that you can't see.
Right.
You know
what I loved so much about Benjamin is that he took the time, and last night I went back and was reading on Facebook. He took the time to go back and respond to everybody.
Yes, he did.
That wrote a comment during the podcast yesterday.
Yeah, Dottie does that so far.
I know.
Every one of everybody that has come on has been willing to go back and make sure that they have conversations. And I think there's even been a connection made so that now they talk privately between them, and which is great to see. I know that there were a couple that had not yet reached out to the Turning Point Center for a recovery coach or services, and they've, sent me a message and said, "How do I do that? What do I do?" And I've let them know.
Yeah.
And
it's awesome.
So
I love it.
And I'm very grateful for everybody that tunes in, and I'm actually shocked and
so with like over 1,000 people that watched that show yesterday.
Yeah, and over 300 people watched it live at noon, and so
what does that tell you, though? What does that tell you?
That it's not a secret. It's really, well, it is, but it isn't, and
it shouldn't be.
Right, it shouldn't be, and that people are well aware that it's a conversation that needs to be had.
Yeah,
that's what it tells me.
Kudos to you, Raylene. I can't say it enough. Again, we got a real hot one today. 90 degrees. The heat index has just cracked above ridiculous. Bed Bath and Beyond and Christmas tree shops closing their
shutting the doors,
filing for bankruptcy. Mm-hmm. So there's going to be some pretty big vacancies in Williston now.
Mm-hmm. Now there was, for a while there was talk that no, the Christmas tree shop isn't going to close. They're going to keep a certain number of stores. They're going to remain open. I think there were 72 stores, if I remember correctly, that were going to remain open, and now they're just file bankruptcy straight across the board, closing the doors.
Unbelievable. I have my opinion of what should go there.
Where the Christmas tree shop is?
Yeah.
The climbing wall is probably what you're thinking.
Indoor roller skating rink. Indoor roller skating rink. It's got to happen, Raylene.
All right.
Let's bring it back to the 80s. The days of the roller skating rink. The lights, the music. Yeah.
Oh, boy.